Alright, it's August 23rd, and framers have been doing a lot of work the last couple of days. It seems like they've actually made a lot of progress even just yesterday. This part of the house isn't too different. I think most of the roof trusses and everything are already up, but the biggest change is definitely in the sort of hallway to the master bedroom. They've actually got most of the family room and the sort of hallway wall between everything actually up, so we again start to actually kind of see what some of the rooms are going to look like. They did pretty much all of this in a day, and then they had to take off all the 1x cladding. You can see kind of on this side of the roof over here there's 1x cladding still up there. This side of the roof they had to take all that off for that whole stretch over to the garage, because the angle of the pitch there, or the slope of the roof, changes very slightly from this side of the house over to the garage. Really took some of their initial measurements, so they're actually going to have to correct the slope on some of these existing beams so that their new trusses down here have the right angle and pitch where they meet up, so we don't have a goofy sort of wobble in the roof at that line. So I'm glad they caught that now, because it would have been a pain to do later, but they spent most of yesterday, I think, clearing off just all that old wood and stuff too. But yeah, so the wall in the family room is up. We've got a hallway now, or at least half a hallway, and they've also even started boxing in the space for the fireplace, so you can kind of see where the main firebox is going to go. They've got the header over that. They probably won't do anything up above. At least I hope they don't, because we'll probably have to frame in if we want to do a TV niche or something up there above the fireplace. And they also managed to remember to sort of slope this side of the box, because that has to meet the artificial sort of the vaulted ceiling we're going to have in this room. So that's not going to be a square line up there. It'll actually be sloped, because there'll be a pitched roof, or a pitched wood ceiling underneath the roof, basically the same as what's in the living room from a style standpoint. So it'll kind of look like this old living room ceiling, but it'll match then the rest of the house, so we won't have a different sort of style anywhere else. That's about it. It's getting there. With the progress they make kind of day by day, I think easily in another week and a half, which is kind of their plan, they'll have all the framing done and be in a place to make sure that all the roof deck, and then ultimately the paper wrapping on the walls and the roof will go up around the week of the 7th of September. And that will be really, after that point, when we can get all the other trades in to do their work, especially electrical and plumbing, which are the next big things. But at least at that point, the house will be mostly waterproof. It'll survive basic rain until we get the roof on, but we don't have to worry, hopefully, about any major storms just yet. But we'll want to make that as short as possible before we get the roof on, but at least it's moving forward. So it'll be really interesting to see in another week basically what they've done, because I think they'll have pretty much all the framing completed at that point, with just as quickly as they've been working. So fingers crossed that we don't find any other goofy surprises, but so far so good.